let's talk about more enjoyable things and fun things. And believe it or not, I don't want to be talking about politics most of the time on this show. Sometimes it just injects itself. So let's go far away from politics right now. It is Sit at the Bar September. Believe it or not, there is a new dating trend sweeping New York, and it doesn't involve swiping. There's an influencer, Laurie Cooper. She's launched Sit at the Bar September. It's a thing, apparently, urging singles to ditch the apps and look for love in person. And that can mean sitting at a restaurant or a bar, even alone. Cooper's a longtime New York real estate broker who has turned herself into a local celebrity. She has 138,000 Instagram followers, a growing TikTok presence, and she posts nightlife tips every single night. She goes out 7 nights a week. And her recent video telling people to meet at bars instead of on apps has been viewed hundreds of thousands of, sparking national media attention. Bars are embracing the campaign and singles are giving it a try. One woman, this is cited in a New York Times story about this whole phenomenon, met a man in a bar only to have him show up for her Pilates class the next morning and take her out again afterwards. Others say it's revived the movie-like thrill of chance encounters, something apps have drained from modern dating. As one participant put it, that romantic movie-like vibe, meeting people you wouldn't meet on an app, is refreshing. Okay, what's the real message here? If you want to use a dating app, fine. But sometimes you need to put the phone down, leave it at home, and go out in the real world. That means sitting in a restaurant and smiling at a stranger, or a bar doing it. That can be the best way to meet someone, perhaps having a meaningful relationship. So mix it up a little. Not everything has to be sitting at home, swipe, 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 swipe. Let's dig a little deeper here. Now, I've been married a long time. And so if you see someone who looks like me at 9 o'clock sitting in a bar, it's not me, because I'm asleep by then. That may sound lame, but it is true. But I do think that this is true of any technology. Anytime a new technology comes around, you don't necessarily want to throw away the old technology. Movies came out. It didn't mean no one ever wanted to listen to radio again. Cable TV came out. Didn't mean no one ever wanted to watch broadcast TV anymore, or watching Jimmy Kimmel on broadcast TV. So my big recommendation to anyone is try to use every form of technology possible, but one of the best technologies is the low-tech way, actually having a human conversation with someone. Now, in the article about this phenomenon of Sit at the Bar September, what it talks about, some of the interviews are people saying, this actually saves time, because if you meet someone in real life, you can tell right away if there's chemistry. And I think what they meant is do you even find the person attractive? Because you can make anyone look good in a picture on a dating app. And you can also have people have pictures that was 20 years ago and about 80 pounds ago. If you're meeting someone in real life at a bar or a restaurant or a nightclub, you actually can see what they look like. You can see if they are attractive. Am I asking you to be more superficial and just judge people on their looks? No, I'm not asking you that, but let's not kid ourselves. That is a part of dating, at least from what I remember. There needs to be some kind of initial attraction to want to go out on a date or a second date with someone. You can tell that pretty instantly if you meet them in real life. If you're swipe, 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 text for 3 weeks, sometimes there can be this huge buildup and this anticipation. You meet them in person and then you're like, ugh, I'm more attracted to this pen than I am this human being. So I think, again, I'm not single. I'm not out at bars late at night because I'm asleep. But if you are single and you are trying to actively meet potential romantic partners, I'm not saying it has to be a bar, but I think this idea, I wouldn't want to meet anyone at a bar. That's got to be bad. Those are bad people. Guess what? They're the very same people who are online. Pretty much anyone you've ever met online has been to a bar. So to just have a blanket concept of anyone you meet in a bar is bad, that's really no different than saying, well, anyone you meet online is bad. There was a time 25 years ago when there was a real stigma to meeting someone online. Now it's almost embarrassing if you tell someone you didn't meet your spouse online. And for the record, I did meet my spouse in real life at a restaurant/bar, I guess you would call it, in Midtown Manhattan. A completely serendipitous action, and now we're still together. So is that perfect for everyone? No. But I think putting all your eggs in one basket, which is what most people are doing with these apps, sleep, 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 that is putting all your eggs in one basket. So I applaud this woman, this influencer, who's trying to spread this phenomenon. And I don't think it's significant that it's at a bar. I don't think it's significant that it's September, but sit at the bar September is a nice, catchy thing for social media. What I'm also interested by is this influencer, Laurie Cooper. She's not a child, shall we say. I mean, she appears to be in at least her 70s, maybe older. So I'm giving her a lot of credit, A, for having the energy to go out regularly, B, learning social media, C, getting excited about sharing her ideas with people and using media and actually creating a phenomenon and having a huge TikTok and Instagram followers. So it's easy to get into this habit of thinking, well, if you want to be big on Instagram or TikTok, you got to be incredibly beautiful and 19 years old and wiggle around. Yeah, some people are. But here's a woman who would appear to be old enough to be, if not my mother, at least my older sister. And she's killing it on social media. She's having an impact. So I urge you to check her out, Laurie, Laurie Cooper. You may want to check her out on social media. So I wanted to end our regular segment talking about something a little more lighthearted, because it is frankly annoying and depressing to obsess over political news. And that's not the focus of this show.